What up, YouTube? It's Misery Hates Company. Yesterday, we got a huge teaser about Scarlet Witch coming to the game, which was also confirmed that she's coming out on May 11th, which is next Wednesday. This teaser came out on their YouTube channel, there being the Marvel Future Revolution main channel, and I did cover it very so quickly in a video yesterday, but as promised, I did want to re-look at the video, break it down piece by piece, because there were a ton of skills being used, and I want to talk about them because I feel like it gives us a really good idea of what to expect from Scarlet Witch and all of her skills. So let's take a look at that right now and break it down in great detail. All right, so first I muted it because we're going to be actually playing this in 0.5 speed, which would be half the speed. We're going to do that to make sure we don't miss out on anything, and the the music would be very odd after only seeing it in half the time. So let's go ahead and go to the part where we see a little bit of gameplay. All right, so I'm just going to be ready to pause at any moment. So this is just a cutscene, it looks like, but they do pan off to different in-game content right here. All right, so first things first, it looks like she is doing some type of laser beam, which I would note this is likely not her auto attacks, because later on in the video, I feel like we get a very good idea of which of these attacks is her auto attack, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But I do want to bring special attention to the fact that there is a obvious shield around her. Now, we don't know if that's a HP buff, a defense buff, both, all of it. Is it just an attack buff that is visual? We have no idea, but I'm also curious, is this two different skills? You know what I mean? Like, is this a skill where she attacks and then gets this shield, or is it attack and gets a shield at the same time? Is she sucking something away from them? Because they mentioned the dev notes that she's going to be able to take away something from her enemies, and we assumed stamina would be a likely option, but health could also be an option, like sort of like a vampiric touch. If you play games like World of Warcraft or other games that have skills like that, you know, that could be the resource that we're taking away from them. So it could be that. You never know. Maybe we're taking their HP, so or in the form of health, and then we get a % of that health as a shield. I have no idea. This is all just speculation, but we do know one thing for sure is that this is either one skill, two skills, and she definitely has a shield. So let's go ahead and continue. So we don't know how many skills this is. This could be one or two, but we at least have an idea. And then here we get a meteor, which, all right, so we can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 targets. And it looks like 4 of them. Now, this guy was a little bit closer, so that may be why he wasn't hit, but it definitely does AoE damage. And it looks like it was a pretty quick spell cast, which I will note at the beginning of this video, I'm very excited about. It looks like all of her spells are cast pretty quickly. Now, if you feel like when you're watching this video that they're slow, keep in mind we're watching them in half the speed. So they are half the speed of what they were when you played in full speed. Keep that in mind. So we have a second skill here that is a massive meteor that hits the ground and does AoE damage. Makes sense. Looks good. And then, so right at the end there, so if you look, the little ball that she just sent out, 2 balls, this is what I speculate her auto attacks to be. We're going to see these again later on in the video, but I do believe that these 2 little balls that she sends out, right there is another one, right there's another one, and then this is the skill. So this looks like a click point and shoot kind of skill where it honed on to the target. You can see even with the body going upward, the skill is still following them. So this is a tracking skill, which again makes a lot of sense since they said that she's going to be good at PvP. Tracking skills are good in PvP. All right. Now, obviously, we have no idea how much damage it does, which, you know, class it is for her. One of the 3 I think she has that they talked about between like Chaos, Witchcraft, and I forgot the other one, but still really cool. Tracking skill is definitely a thing there. Again, that looks like still part of the same skill, tracking skill. And she's fighting vision here. And then this one I thought was weird. It looks like she's throwing a spear, a bolt, maybe a hex bolt. That'd be funny. How funny would it be if that was the name of the skill, hex bolt? Because again, it looks like she's throwing a bolt of something. This is another one. Oh my God, there's so many skills that we get to look at here. I forgot how many were in this. So if we go back, so again, this is like the hex-ish lightning bolt skill. Now watch very carefully, okay? Look at vision. So vision is being taken up, and then she does an AoE damage. That is just like Doctor Strange's ultimate. Now, when I first watched this, like myself, I was curious. Maybe that was her ultimate. Like she literally just has the cut and paste version of Doctor Strange's ultimate. I was like, that kind of sucks. However, after rewatching it, if you watch the end of the video, I believe this is not her ultimate. I think this is just another skill, which, I mean, dang, Doctor Strange heroes, mains, like, I feel for you. Like, this brand new hero basically has a regular skill that does your ultimate. Ugh. What if it does more damage? I'm so sorry. Buffed Strange. Maybe. Anyway, moving on. All right, so then so this was another one. I didn't know if this was a dodge or just her like flying. I feel like it was just her flying boost, like that flying dodge you do, like a sprint, if you will, in the sky. I don't think this is anything special. Now, this is a different skin, right? So that she is obviously in a different skin here. Black hair in a ponytail, full cape. If we continue, blonde hair, well, reddish blonde hair. Half cape at the shoulders, or I'm sorry, cape at the waist-ish area. So I don't know if this is a regional or a basic costume, or maybe this is her original one. I have no idea, but this is obviously a second costume. Looks good. I don't think we're going to have an issue with any of her costumes. I am very confident that they will deliver at a very high level on all of her costumes. But we get to see at least two here. All right, again, so this is another cutscene, if you will. It looks like in the beginning, but then we see a lot of skills here, so pay attention. So she lands, and then she goes straight into this really cool skill. All right, so we already talked about balls. Anyway, moving past it, moment happened, and we're gone. So her auto attacks are those two small balls that she sends off. She's like, scoop doop, and those are the balls that she sends out. And then she did the other one where they were like the following projectile. Now she's summoning for, God, now I can't get it out of my head, slightly bigger balls. That look like they stay here and then pew, track. It does look like it's very similar. I'm assuming it probably does more damage. This could be another rendition of that same skill. Like, you know, when you level up a skill and you get like 4 different choices within that skill and they're usually kind of similar. This could be the case here. Either way, that's another skill that we're getting a sneak peek of. But it does look like this one tracks as well. The target isn't moving, so we don't know for sure. But based off the ball the ball trajectory, it does look like they are all scooping in and around. God, there are so many jokes to be had here, but we're going to try to keep it PG as they fly at an arcing angle towards the target. It does look like they're still honing in at the same target. So let's continue. All right, then it looks like we summon this meteor again. We already talked about this. Is in fact an AoE skill. We did see it kill 4 of the different little Ultron bots. So same skill there. And then this is again the auto attack that I referenced. This is not an auto attack. So those, it could be just because of like the panned in view and how they zoomed in a little bit. That could be the auto attack still, or that could be another like hex ball thing that she's throwing. I don't know, can't tell. But then this skill, what? So witch hands come out of the ground and do damage to the target. Now, can we talk about how big this radius is? Now, I'm curious, is it the full radius that's getting this damage done to it? Or is it just the middle here? You know what I mean? Like, it looks like it's something going in and then doing damage. If it's in this whole radius that it does damage, that's going to take up like half of the Dimension Duel like arena. And then like in Omega War, if you go fight in the middle with crystals, you just do this ability, you're going to hit everyone. So interesting if it's AoE. If not, then it's just very extra with how big it is. But, you know, we don't know. Very cool skill, though. It does look like she's able to do 2 autos here. So it does look like it leaves a ring over time, which is interesting. I mean, that's still there, right? So that looks like the same ring. She did an auto and now a whole nother ability. So it definitely looks like it stays there for a while. I'm going to go ahead and guess that skill has a huge cooldown if it lasts this long. So this looks like right here. So it looks like she was powering up, okay? Because this right here, what she's getting ready to do is like that hex lightning bolt throw. But before that, so right here, I don't know what this is. I don't know if she's powering up. Is it an AoE burst? Is it like a flash? they did say that there would be other status effects that she would bring into the game that would be new. So maybe this is like a mind control type thing. I have no idea, but it very much looks like either, like I said, an AoE explosion that she's doing, or a power up, or a flash of some kind that disables the enemy. I don't know, but it does ramp up a little bit. And then she immediately, she gets attacked and then immediately switches to that Hex Bolt thing. I don't think that's the same skill. And these are the autos again, right? And then here, this is what I speculate the ultimate to be, because it's at the end of the video, which I mean, that's when I would put the ultimate in here if I was Marvel. Just me saying, you know? But look at it. It's a pretty massive explosion. Now, given this looks like it's very much still gameplay, okay? And then here, it pans off, okay? So I still think that is her ultimate. I could be wrong. They could just be extra effects done in After Effects or something to make that skill look bigger than it was. And then the Doctor Strange-esque looking skill is her true ultimate. I have no idea. No idea. We'll learn more on Wednesday when she comes to the game. But if I were to guess, that book is her ultimate. It's huge. It's a big book. People like to read books. Got to be the ultimate, right? But those we saw a ton of skills in here. We did see a couple costumes. I saw at least 2. And it's very exciting. There is a lot to be hyped about Marvel Future Evolution, and I cannot wait to make all of the content about not only Scarlet Witch, but all the other new things that we're going to be getting in this update. If you want to catch all the new things as they hit the ground or as they hit the game, make sure you subscribe to this channel, because I will be bringing them to you as fast as they come out and as fast as I can edit videos. But I look forward to it. I do plan on live streaming at least at some point next week when it comes out. I don't know about Wednesday. I gotta look at my work schedule, but I do plan on live streaming, hanging out with you guys as I level her and work on it, so we can kind of play with her together and learn some of her skills and abilities and see them in action outside of this cutscene. But this cutscene does tell us a lot about her, and I am very hyped. Until next time, I look forward to seeing you in the next video.